in it.
All right.
Thank you so much. All right. Welcome, everybody, to our weekly meeting of the Rotary Earth Network Club. And we feature Earth Talks on here. And we want to thank everybody, all our members and our associates, our donors, and our volunteers. If you haven't joined us yet, please consider joining us. Najodi will put some information in later in the chat about how you could do that. Please also mute your audio when you're not speaking, and also feel free to turn off your camera to reduce our carbon footprint. You can turn it back on during Q&A, or you can leave it on. Whichever you want to do is fine. Recordings and the resources will be available on the Earth Talks Foundation website, as well as the Earth Network Rotary website. And then speaker views are their own. We do have, and we did have a case of a Zoom bombing. So we do have some features of Zoom features are limited for everybody's safety. So contact a host if you need help. If you can't do something, just contact one of us. All right. And then Lori's going to join me with this to do this again today.
The
So the
four,
Rotary,
oh,
yep,
go ahead.
the
Go ahead, Karen.
Rotary four-way test of the things that we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth?
Is the environmental information accurate, science-based, and transparent?
Second, is it fair to all concerned?
Does it protect people, ecosystems, and future generations?
Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Does it encourage collaboration, shared responsibility, and community trust?
And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Does it improve environmental health, human well-being, and long-term sustainability?
Thank you.
And on closed captions, I think everybody knows this by now, but if you're hard of hearing like me, or if this is not your first language, please, on your phone or your laptop, just go down to the show captions, choose your language, and you're set to go.
Excellent. All right, now we're going to have Judith is going to give a project teaser, and she's got one slide for it, but then we're also going to do something fun because she's a storyteller. And so we're going to do a little story thing a little script that she made up.
So this is a dialogue, um, and basically it's why we're doing this project. I get to play the role of the Almighty. Karen gets to play Karen. So it begins. Karen, you know all about gardens and nature. What in the world is going on down there on the planet? I mean, what happened to all the dandelions and violets and milkweed and stuff I started eons ago? I mean, I had a perfect no maintenance garden plan. Those plants, they grow in any type of soil. I mean, they don't mind drought. They multiply with abandon. The nectar from those long-lasting blossoms, they attract butterflies and honeybees and flocks of songbirds. I expected to see a huge garden of color down there by now. All I see are these green rectangles.
It's the tribes that settled there, Lord, the suburbanites.
Hmm.
They started calling your flowers weeds, and they went to great lengths to kill them and replace them with grass.
Grass? Grass. Grass is so boring. I mean, it's not colorful. It doesn't attract the butterflies, birds, or bees. Only like grubs and sodworms. I mean, it's sensitive to temperatures. Do these suburbanites really want all that grass growing there?
Apparently so. They go to great pains to grow it and keep it green. They begin each spring by fertilizing grass and poisoning any other plant that crops up in the lawn.
Oh, oh God. The spring rains and the warm weather, that probably makes the grass grow and keep it green. I mean, they begin each spring by fertilizing grass. Oh, gosh. The spring rains, okay. Spring rains and warm weather probably make the grass grow really fast, right? That must make the suburbanites happy.
Apparently not. As soon as it grows a little bit, they cut it, sometimes twice a week.
Cut it. Do they bale it like hay?
Not exactly. Most of them rake it up and put it in bags.
bag it? Is it a cash crop? Do they sell it?
No, sir, just the opposite. They pay to throw it away.
Ay. Now let me get this straight. They fertilize the grass so it will grow, and when it does grow, they cut it off and pay to throw it away.
Yes. Yep.
The suburbanites, okay, well, they must be relieved in the summer, when we cut back on the rain from up here and we turn up the heat. That must slow the growth and saves them a lot of work.
Well, you're not really going to believe this, but when the grass stops growing so fast, they drag out hoses and pay more money to water it so they can continue to mow it and then pay to get rid of it.
Okay, that is nonsense. At least they keep some of the trees, right? I mean, that was a stroke of sheer genius, if I don't say so myself. The trees grow leaves, and in the spring, they provide beauty, and in the summer, shade, and then in the autumn, those leaves to the ground and they make a natural blanket. They keep moisture in the soil, they protect the trees and bushes. It's a natural cycle.
You better sit down now. The suburbanites have drawn a new circle. As soon as the leaves fall, they rake them into great piles and pay to have them hauled away.
No, no. I mean, what do they protect the shrubs and the tree roots in the winter? How do they keep the soil moist and loose?
Well, after throwing away the leaves, they go out and buy something which they call mulch. They haul it home and spread it around in place of the leaves.
Okay, well, where do they get this mulch?
Oh, you're not going to believe this. They cut down trees and grind them up to make the mulch.
God, enough. I don't want to think any more about this. Laurie, you've come to visit. You're in charge of the arts, right? What movie do we have scheduled for tonight?
Uh-oh, Karen, I don't have the script.
Oh,
Oh, it's at the end of the run of show. End of run of show.
Oh
Right at
my
the bottom.
gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness.
I should have queued you up. Lori's
Oh,
handling a lot of things
oh,
today.
Almighty God, I am so sorry.
that's
I
okay. I'm
I
full of
didn't get with
forgiveness.
your program.
Forgiveness is
Oh,
all.
mighty God, I am so sorry.
What
Um,
movie?
the movie is just like me, Dumb and Dumber. Lord, it's a story about.
Never mind. I think I just heard the whole story from Karen.
Thank you.
And
Thank
that, my
you.
friends, is why we have this initiative. It is called Transition Your Lawn, Plant Hope. Um, and it offers 5 models for shrinking your curated lawn, which ultimately creates more greenhouse gases between the chemicals, the fertilizers, the poisons that destroy the ability of your lawn to grow food for birds and insects. Um, and it's horribly hard on your sacrum. So this model asks you to, even if you want to start in increments, play with different ways to address the earth so that we're really doing something positive, so that we are promoting biodiversity. We have deep roots that can drink water for a much longer time than this kind of grass. We are not putting deadly chemicals on it or added nutrients, which poison water sources. We are growing food for our neighbors. And we are helping our sacrums because every one of these models is easier than digging. So
Mm.
there is a website now, and you can pop
Oh,
onto
good.
it. I think they're going to probably put it in the chat.
Yeah, I think I
I'll
got
be
it.
back for a full presentation with lots of stories at some point. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much, Judith. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. These project teasers are going to be a really a lot of fun. Thank you for making that so much fun. Appreciate it. All right, we have one more thing before we get to our speaker. Something very special. Lori, are we gonna, let's see. Do you want to put that up? Do we have a certificate? Uh,
For the Project Skybridge?
oh, well, we have Project Skybridge too. That's right. We have two more things.
Projects the which Oh, no, no, we're doing that another week.
Okay, good. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no, this week was too crowded.
Okay, good. Never mind.
We
All
have a
right,
little
Project
surprise.
Skybridge.
You guys have to, teaser alert,
Yeah,
you have to come next week.
yeah,
You
you really
have
have to
to
come
come
back.
next week. But
Got
don't
something
tell
special.
Najodi.
Yeah, right. Don't tell me, Jody.
Don't, shh.
It's a surprise for Jody. Okay, Project Skybridge. Do you want to put that? Do you have that up? You want to share it, or we're going to
It's
share
in
it
the
in the?
chat.
It's in
It's
the
in the
chat.
ch-
Okay,
it's in the
so
chat.
yes,
Everybody
Judith.
look in the chat because okay, raise your hand if you happen to know, many of you may know Niraj. Raise your hand if you happen to know Niraj. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, some of us knew know Niraj. Okay. So Niraj created this for us. Is it in the, oh my gosh, it's
Is it
not
in the
in the
chat yet?
chat. Um, Najodi, if you happen to get a chance, I'll put it in the chat. And the reason why this is so cool is because Niraj created this for us, and it's for Project Skybridge, which Chris should talk about. As far as Epic Day of Service, Chris, you've got 2 seconds because I used up one of your minutes. Go,
Okay,
Chris.
go, Chris.
Did, did you want me to say something, Laura?
Yeah, say something about using Project Skybridge for Epic Day of Service.
Okay, yeah. If I would request that, if you're associated with this club, either a member, associate member, or a visitor, um, take a look at what Niraj Bhatnagar has created here and scan that QR code and sign up your property, even if you have just a balcony for an apartment or a condo. You can be part of this Epic Day of Service project for Project Skybridge.
How many people have already signed up?
51.
Oh yeah, yeah,
51
51.
signed up.
We're getting there.
Last
It's
I
great.
looked, which was yesterday. I'm hoping today's more.
And if you
By the way,
belong,
the most important thing also is to share it with your networks. Share that with your networks so they sign up.
and if you belong to another Rotary Club than ours is already signed up, but you do want to sign up for the Epic Day of Service. And Project Skybridge is a really easy lift because Epic Day of Service is in 10 days. And so if you get your club members to do Project Skybridge, you can use that for your club's Epic Day of Service.
Hey, Chris, go
Could I
ahead.
just add too that Project Skybridge is a perfect thing to add to your district newsletters if you have
Oh,
one?
yeah. Great, good
Thank you,
idea.
Chris.
Yeah. Okay, let's get our speaker. Let's get our speaker up and running. So, Dr. Anshu Chandra, let me get you. Let's see, can I get you highlighted? Okay, good. You started
Good.
screen sharing. Good, good. And I almost
I
had you.
loved you guys' um, little script there. That was really great. That's great. I'm actually going to share that once you get the video link. I have to share this with my club, but
She
also
can,
my family. I think
yeah,
you'll love it.
we can send it to you too. Yeah, it was great. Well, it's up to Judith, Judith's property. So,
I can send anyone the link.
okay,
I
good.
mean, I can send you the script. Just write to me.
Oh no, I want them to hear this. It's really great. It was
Oh,
fun.
hear it from the two of
Because
us.
we're probably one of the only lawns in our area who doesn't mow. We do the no mow May, and everyone
Yay.
starts taking down the dandelions. And I mean, it's so real. It's funny how you say it, but it's really real. And I think
Yeah.
if people saw it in that way, they may reconsider.
Yes.
So
That was great.
yeah.
Okay, Dr. Anshu Chandra has 16 years of experience providing eye care in Haiti. She leads a permanent clinic in Fond de Blanc. I hope I'm saying that somewhat right. Supports mobile clinics and helps train local eye care professionals, including the Haitian Ophthalmology Residency Program in Port-au-Prince. She holds a Doctor of Optometry degree and completed her residency at State University of New York College of Optometry. She has provided care in Nepal, Haiti, Peru, Lebanon, Tanzania, Honduras, Guatemala, and the Dominican Republic, Mexico, Indonesia, and India. So, welcome, Dr. Chandra. It's wonderful to have you
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really am very grateful for the opportunity. I'm Anshu, and I am an optometrist and also a fellow Rotarian. 17 years ago, I started a journey with one goal to bring eye care to the most vulnerable, people who would otherwise never get a chance to see an eye doctor and may never see clearly. I have one aim to bring darkness into light. This 2-month-old child was brought in by his mom, carrying him in one arm on the back of a motorcycle, coming across of Haiti through highways, unpaved roads, mountains, because the child was born with his eyes being white and she came searching for help. And while we treated this kid, she slept on the floor right in front of our clinic and pulled out a stove out of her bag and cooked right there and slept on the floor right there. And when she had to bathe, she would hand this child to random strangers, not because she was careless, because she was desperate. She knows life without sight is no opportunities, no independence, loneliness, and unsafe. She would do anything for her child to see. My journey in this work started when I graduated my residency. I took a little time to reflect on the type of life I wanted to lead, and I remembered a promise that I had made before I left India, where I was born, that if I ever had a chance to make something of myself, I would not forget. And that took me to the Himalayas of India for my very first ever eye camp. People like this lady had walked over 6 hours and stood all day for service in our little exam room here. And there were some incredible moments helping a child who didn't even know their world was blurry to see. When they put on a pair of glasses, they look with so much wonder. You can tell that
Mm.
they are seeing for the first time or helping an elderly. They told us that they weren't able to cook. They weren't able to pull out the rocks and the debris out of their food to be able to cook it or sew a rip in their clothes. We, in the US, we have, the mentality that anytime you get a rip, you throw away. In other countries, people don't throw away their clothes. They make them last. They sew them, but they couldn't do that because they couldn't see up close anymore. And they needed help with their personal hygiene. But a pair of simple glasses allows them to regain independence and dignity. And then there were some really sad moments as well. A 40-year-old monk sat in my chair and said he had walked hours because he heard there were going to be doctors from America. And he said, "My world has gone completely dark. Is there anything you can do to bring some light?" And I examined him, and my heart sank because he was completely blind from glaucoma. There was nothing I could do or anyone in this world could do to bring vision back. But it didn't have to be this way. And he was not alone. There were so many people with infection, trauma, or something or other who lost their sight and for reasons that could have been easily treated but weren't. And it really got me thinking. Before I had left, I had two full-time job offers. And I thought if I didn't go to my work in New York City, would someone not get care? No, another person would replace me in a minute. And I questioned, what about these people? No one had come there to provide service except myself and my colleague. And so I questioned to myself that did I want to spend a life building luxuries for myself, or did I want to be the difference between light and darkness for a community that had nowhere to turn? The answer was simple, and I extended my trip for a couple more weeks and added more mobile clinics through Rotary, actually. And when I returned, I turned down my job offers and organized my life around serving. I picked up multiple jobs, so I had the flexibility to go and help anywhere I could get connected, from helping in cities in the US to helping villages around the world. And one of those trips took me to Haiti. I traveled to Fondé-Blanc, Haiti in 2010, and it was mountainous, rural mountainous region, green, lush. dark. No electricity, no running water, dirt roads. There weren't cars and motorcycles. There were horses and donkeys for transport. And I'll be honest, they really knew how to live with the land in harmony with the land. Their mops, I mean, their brooms were things of leaves, nature. I mean, they really naturally recyclable stuff. But I did notice one thing over time, plastic started coming, water bottles started coming. And after the earthquake, I mean, it's not been good because now they've created these heaps that just don't disappear. And while the other stuff would just regenerate. Anyhow, people started lining up in middle of the night. And by the time we got up early in the morning, the lines were beyond the doors, hospital doors, and people stood all day and we would work till about midnight every day. Still, the line would never end. And they would sleep on the floor right there, hungry, exhausted, waiting for next day to get their care and then take their animal transport home. It was unbelievable. I kept on returning and I started teaming up with many other organizations around the country as well. And I realized the story was the same everywhere. People were going needlessly blind, not because they had something that couldn't be treated. They just had no eye care. It was just 4 hours away from the New York. It was unbelievable. People like this child, 6-year-old child, mom filled with so much hope, but unfortunately, he would not see again and live a very short life. This was really the turning point. You know, these mission trips were not the solution. They needed consistent full-time care. So when people had problems, they could get them addressed versus waiting for us to show up at our convenience. And that sparked a massive change in me. I came back and started working towards it. I downsized my life, left New York City, moved in with my family, worked hard to pay my student loans off, and then started collecting money to build this permanent facility. And in 2015, I went to Haiti with 2 suitcases and a carry-on filled with equipment I once had to buy as a student, and glasses and medications. And I started working to build this clinic. Very bare, humble attempt. We had one room we ended up dividing into many areas. The hospital kept some space, they needed space themselves. And we would put our stations here for patients, teach around here, patients would wait here, and our supplies and stuff would be stored here. And when it was built, it was so bare. You can see the floors were like the dust would lift up. We would pour water to mop it. We had hard time finding simple things like we didn't have folders, filing cabinets, even paper was hard to find. I found 2 whiteboards and I put one inside to teach and another outside where I literally hand wrote eye clinic. And if you look carefully, I am teaching over here too. And I started giving my staff lectures, hands-on clinical skills, and we didn't have patience, so we walked around asking people to sit for an exam, and those who sat had their eye issues resolved, and the word started spreading, and people started lining up. Cases were challenging. I would call my colleagues over the poor internet connections, and some gave advice. Other came. We needed more advanced equipment to take care of the diseases we were seeing. They were so advanced. A simple exam just wasn't sufficient. They needed more advanced equipment. I reached out to companies, and within 2 years, we had to remove all our internal walls, extend our space to having 11 exam stations because so many people were coming. We brought in advanced diagnostic equipment to be able to see things our eyes are not capable of seeing, and treatments that could prevent people from losing their sight forever. And now we have done over 137,000 eye exams and allowed people to see, function, and remain independent. And we have prevented thousands of people from going blind permanently. And this has all been made possible because of our local team. They have gone through an extensive training and are providing high quality care every single day to their community. And, they're managing such complex diseases and doing it with so much confidence that they're really become professionals helping people from all over the country there. And, you can see we're floor to ceiling shelves everywhere. We have gone from just treating to also preventing. We started Haiti's first ever premature baby screening. Little kids would come in blind, and we realized this was them due to them being born prematurely. The treatment they were getting to help them survive when they were premature can sometimes take their vision before they can even open their eyes fully. So we started screening these babies early and now have screened over 10,000 premature babies, giving them a chance to see their world. 80% of a child's learning, just learning in general, is visual. So it's so important these kids see. And that led us to start our another pediatric screening program where we screen kids normal birth age through age 19, detecting them for anything from diseases, cataracts, infections, to just needing a pair of glasses to be able to see it best possible. We're educating the community, detecting conditions early, and how helping them understand their conditions so they can participate in their care, and together we can have the best results. We have done all of this on a very small budget, but we ran into a crisis. The hospital that houses our clinic needs their space back for their own growth, and we're bringing in so much volume that their facilities are not able to accommodate it. So we had a choice. We either find another bigger space or build a bigger space, or we shut this service down. The community, we took this out to the community, and the community refused to lose the service. They said people are coming from all over the country to get care that they don't have. And these young professionals that we have trained are caring for them. We must keep this going. They identified land that belonged to a Haitian diaspora family, connected us, and after talks, the family member came down, saw what we were doing, and transferred the land in our name at a low cost. So we have the land and we have the equipment and we have an amazing local team and we have plans already ready to go. And what we are working hard is to make this a possibility, to not let this community go back to darkness. And, building in Haiti is very complex. And we are actually, one of the things we're having a lot of discussions with our architects because we've made our designs, now we're going back and reconsidering, and we're actually talking to a lot of people, say, for example, in New Zealand, Australia, and other places who have done some underserved work and try to do it in a way that is environmentally conscious, energy conscious. And I mean, I think you guys will have some great ideas. Maybe you can give to us. Our place currently is a lot of fruit trees and stuff. And for me, I come up from a family, I'm Indian, and I come from the family of traditions, the tree huggers. Like, we don't cut trees down. We don't like to do that. So we're trying to figure out ways. I would like to maintain a lot of these trees so the patients can enjoy the mangoes and the oranges while they're waiting, and it can give them shade as well. We're working on all of this, but building in Haiti is very complex. All the material comes from the US. So you're transporting them and paying extra transport cost and customs fee. And building there is with building a system like this comes with a different responsibility than building your personal home. We can't have electricity go out in middle of cataract surgery. You will cause someone to lose their sight forever. So there that dysfunctionality in that level is not an option. You need to have backups and backups of backups. And we're trying to figure out, we're looking into solar for electricity. And actually, our consultant, who are one of our engineers, we were just looking at the different natural options from wind to solar to geothermal. I don't remember the fourth one that she presented. But we're trying to see what is possible in a way that's sustainable, environmentally friendly, as well as financially we're able to do it, and the land can take it. Our organization is a 100% volunteer run team. We, including my role, when I went down in 2015, I lived a very, very basic and humble life, to be able to spend my time there without working. And now my team is very competent and I go back and forth. I work here to sustain my travels and to be able to support that clinic. So everything we collect, it goes right to the work in Haiti. And so, I invite you to join this journey of saving sight and bringing it to people who otherwise would never get a chance to see. We have done that, and we want to make sure this community doesn't go back to going dark. People like that mother and all these other people who come, we want to make sure they can continue to get their needs addressed. So I would ask you to help spread the word in your networks, in your clubs, in your districts, and to anyone else. And for you guys especially, I mean, you guys are a unique group. I mean, we would love to hear any kind of ideas you may have that would be friendly in construction ways. And for anyone who wants to support the work, you can support any of our current programs. And this year, we're going to launch a really unique school vision screening program where it's going to have three components: parent education days. Number two, we're going to create a vision club in each of the high schools, where we're going to teach the high schoolers how to detect conditions early so they can become sight savers in their community. And third, our team is going to go and screen and along with these high schoolers, because we want them to motivate them, and maybe someday they'll be some of our team members. And these are different ways that you can support this work. I have a couple of videos that can show you the work and help you visualize it. One is of a lady who we've been following for about 9 years. When she came to us, she had just been amputated in her leg from diabetes. She lost her leg from diabetes and she was bleeding massively in both of her eyes to the point she couldn't see at all. And she could see light. She could just sense light. And she was accompanied by someone helping her to even take steps, not because of her amputation. She just had no visual ability at that time. And she was on a wheelchair, and we stabilized her eyes. We restored a lot of her vision. And now she comes to us on her own independently. And when I went to take this video, she was sitting in her front yard, running her business of selling purses, which were hanging on small little tree branches, low tree branches, and some on the floor. So this is what is possible. We have kept her working, independent, and supporting her family. This is what is possible with sight. Not just giving people care, giving them the independence, the dignity that they deserve. Do you guys want to play them, or do you want me to just go in and play them?
Go ahead. You can go in and play them.
Sure. Let me
that'd be
just
great.
pull them up really quickly.
We have them, yeah, here, but yeah, go ahead. These are just amazing work you're doing. Wow, it's just
Are you able to hear,
phenomenal.
or I may have to
You can
read?
when you do share, before you hit the share button,
There's a share sound. Got
Yep,
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
You got it. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
So let me okay.
Perfect.
It's been 8 9 years since I've been coming to the Fontainebleau Eye Clinic. If it wasn't for this eye clinic, I would have been blind and will not be seen at all. Thanks to the eye clinic's team. Right now, I can walk, I can see. Without this care, I would have needed someone to hold my hand. It's made a huge difference to my life. Thanks to grace of the eye clinic for the blanc. And I thank Anshu and the entire team. I thank them all. Thank you.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, just
One more
beautiful.
quick one. Okay.
Just
and then
beautiful,
go back.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the quick 1-minute walk through our clinic.
You're fine. We have time.
Hi, this is Dr. Anshu Chandra. I'm back in Haiti, standing in front of the eye clinic. Let's go inside and see what's happening here. We're treating this lady for glaucoma who rides a motorcycle for 2.5 hours to get care. Without it, blindness is a real possibility. Meet this 8-year-old boy having his very first eye exam. Today he'll get a full checkup and learn how to care for his eyes. This gentleman traveled 4 hours from near Port-au-Prince. He hasn't seen clearly in 3 years. Today we're working to change that. And this 3-month-old is one of our tiniest patients. We're monitoring her closely to protect her vision to give her the best start in life. So much good is happening here, thanks to all of you. Please help us keep this going. Thank you.
Thank you. Merci. Merci beaucoup.
Ah, beautiful staff.
Yes, they're
Wow.
amazing. They're really
Yeah.
one last one.
Yep, that's good.
My name is Anshu Chandra. I'm a US trained optometrist with a mission to bring sustainable eye care to a place that had none.
Dr. Chandra joined us for many short-term eye trips to Haiti to provide care to the poor.
We had to bring everything with us, all the supplies, the microscope, the surgical instruments. It was really difficult to do.
We did a lot of good, but every time we left, we knew there was so much more work to be done.
These are short mission trips, and we always feel a sense of accomplishment when we treat patients in these poverty-stricken communities, but then we always have to leave.
We would typically see hundreds of patients and, made a small dent in the problem.
We were overwhelmed with patients each time. Dr. Chandra began to see the need for a permanent eye clinic.
We started very small within the local hospital. I began training the locals by giving them lectures and hands-on clinical skills. Soon, word spread that we are curing eye diseases for free, and we grew rapidly. Today, we're one of the busiest eye clinics in Haiti, seeing over 100 patients daily. People come from all across Haiti to receive high-quality care at no cost.
This clinic has been highly successful. Every day, we treat glaucoma, diabetes, and infections, preventing blindness. By January 2026, we provided over 132,000 free eye exams and 7,050 advanced procedures. Equipped with 11 exam lanes, OCT imaging, visual fields, lasers, and ultrasound, delivering advanced eye care. We provide continuing medical education, ensuring high-quality care.
Seeing these people that really don't have access to eye care breaking down in tears, it's the first time they've seen clearly in years. Something as simple as just a pair of glasses can really make a life-changing impact. It's a really remarkable achievement on her part.
Now we're not just treating, we are preventing blindness. We started Haiti's first ever retinopathy of prematurity screening program, giving premature babies a chance at sight. Unfortunately, we're in danger of losing everything. The hospital needs our clinic space urgently. If we can't relocate, we will be forced to shut down, leaving thousands with no eye care. This community is counting on us. The good news is, as of March 2025, we secured land for our permanent clinic. Now we have the equipment and we have the trained staff, but all we need is your help to construct this new facility to continue providing care and training for generations to come.
Supporting this building will have a direct impact on the quality of life of so many people.
There is a direct relationship between poor vision and poverty. It'll be designed specifically for eye care.
We need your help to continue this work. Dr. Anshu had a vision, and she turned it into something real. She built this program from scratch, bringing eye care to a community that had none. And today, sight is being saved every single day. It's 100% volunteer run in the US with no overhead. Every dollar goes straight to patient care, building the clinic and protecting someone's sight. That's why I support the Global Eye Project, because every contribution makes a real, lasting, life-changing difference.
Please help us. Our team is 100% unpaid volunteers, including my role. You can donate on our website, via Zelle, Venmo, or by mail. Thank you for your support in keeping eye care alive in this community. Okay.
Wow, amazing. Just amazing.
Thank you. Am I still sharing? No.
Nope, you're good. Oh my gosh, that was just amazing, Anshu. I
Thank
want
you.
to say, Judith, right before I let you ask a question, I just wanted to check one thing, Anshu. Of that 225,000 that you have now, how much of that is already is a Rotary grant or a global grant or district grant? None of it? Wow.
No. It's just
Wow.
small clubs giving a little bit here and there, personal people giving. There's no district grant, global grant, and
Wow. Okay, so I
and
know
I've done this in 1 year because I started something actually
unbelievable.
around Thanksgiving, before, after or right Tuesday before Thanksgiving was the first time I approached my Rotary Club, and they said come and talk, and I was coming back
Okay.
from Haiti, and I came and talked, and they encouraged me to talk to other clubs, and then they they accompanied me in my first talk like a little kid,
Wow.
and afterwards then I had to go and become a big kid and just try it on my own. But I'll tell you a few confessions that I don't generally talk about, and because of your group, um, I love what I'm doing, and I'm very fortunate to be able to do it. And I feel very lucky that this came to me. Otherwise, I could have been in a normal, if I had taken a full-time job, I would have had a commitment. I couldn't have left it. It would be very hard,
Yeah.
and probably would have had a very different trajectory. That being said, like for example, when I started going to, I've been very fortunate to be able to get to go to a lot of places. Um, for example, when I first started going to the Himalayan mountains, as you go, you see a lot of changes occurring over the years, right? How things start getting modernized, which is good and bad. But one of the things I do notice is, some things like plastic, the plastics that weren't there are now, especially in these countries, they don't have a way to recycle them. They don't have
Yeah.
recycling systems, yet
Yeah.
plastics sort of being pushed there. And it's so challenging. And,
Yeah.
the conversations, I literally have seen Haiti change, the village I'm in, change so much. People went from horses and donkeys to essentially all motorcycles. You see
Wow.
horses, donkeys on market days still, but it's not, before it was like everyone had a horse or a donkey. That was their way. But now it's almost everyone has a motorcycle. The horses, donkey lug the big stuff on market days. And I have a lot of conversations with my staff because they're younger, right? Telling them what I have seen and telling them to not buy the Western dream in that way, right? Not in everything in plastic. Just keep in mind that, look, you have no place to recycle this, no way to recycle this. And the only thing people do is dump it and burn it. And I
Yeah.
said, this burning of your plastic is going to kill you with time and give you cancers that you don't even know about or understand about. And, and we were talking about, like right now, for example, in our clinic, we have these big gallons for purified water, and we were talking about this, that we were like, is this all, what did you guys do before? And then they were telling me there's this a tree called calabash, and it's like this natural big wooden thing. It's like a fruit, and they empty it out, dry it out, and that's what they used to store their water in and drink it. And so one of them is actually doing that for our clinic, and we're going to try it out. And so
Sweet.
I've
Sweet.
encouraged them to do that in their homes, to really think about this, that environment is a big thing. And there are two things that I really hate about my job, that I have, it made me think about calling MIT and seeing, is there a solution? Medication bottles. number one.
Oh,
Plastic
yeah.
bottles, I hate
Yeah.
them. What I end up doing is asking patients to bring them back. And we try to clean them, sterilize them, and try to reuse them. When I try to bring some back here to recycle them. And because I
Yeah.
was just like, this is not acceptable, to just dump them everywhere. And while glasses are so needed, I feel like we need to find a better solution for it than plastic frames, you know,
Yeah.
because after some point, what is someone going to do with them? Dump them, in
It's so
garbage.
hard.
And where are they going to go? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I end up bringing a lot of my garbage back, and I'm connected to like Lions Recycling Center. So I send it to them. But the reality is, these are real problems.
Yeah.
People don't have place to recycle their plastic. They're dumping medication bottles and burning them. Glasses eventually probably break and get burnt. We need better solutions. And,
Yeah.
and as not just individuals, the companies we need to pressure companies and intelligent people like who are sitting in these institute to come up with more nature-friendly solutions for our medications, for our glasses, just and one thing I tell my staff actually. I was like, I have a stark difference between my life in upstate New York and life in Haiti. Market days, open market. People come, bring their stuff, put it on the street. There's no packaging, there's no bags, nothing.
Yes.
They carry their
Yes.
bag and they put the stuff. And this is how we used to do it when I was a little kid in
Yes.
India. And so I tell them that, listen, now people are starting to get plastic bags. I said, no, don't buy
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
this. Do
Yeah.
not use it. Take your own bag. Don't
Yeah.
take their plastic. Tell them no. So when we go to the market, they'll start putting it in plastic. I said, no, no, thank you. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to teach my staff that you're actually the luckier one, not that you want to try to become like Western in that way. And when I come to the US, every single thing is wrapped in plastic. Your vegetables, your fruit, your
Yeah.
cereal.
It's
I was
awful.
like, my brother was telling me there was some study or something that said we eat about I think I don't know if it's one or two credit card a week of plastic in microplastic. So
Yeah.
anyhow,
Yeah.
enough of my rage on that. So
It's all right.
it's my passion. I really hate all that garbage.
You're totally winning the hearts of all the people here on this group.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's great.
we're with you.
Well,
We're with
I
you.
really genuinely, I feel like we need to approach some brilliant people who, if I feel like if you can put a person on the moon, can you not figure out a solution to a plastic bottle for God's sake?
Yeah, yeah, it's the
No?
single stream. So plastic, I'm not against all plastic.
Okay.
The single stream stuff, those plastic bags, the plastic bottles, the stuff that you use once, like you say, with the medications and throw it away. That is no, we gotta do better.
We got to do better. So are you
Yeah.
saying these medication bottles and stuff, if they were recycled, they can't be recycled? See, I don't know enough about I've not done my homework.
No, plastic bottle. Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends where you are. That's a whole nother subject. I'm gonna let Judith give
Okay.
her
All right.
because
All right.
she's
Sorry.
got, I know
I'm
she's
sorry
got,
about this monologue and just chitter.
no, it's good. It's good. We
We
love hearing it.
love your monologue. Are you kidding? This stuff is so important. I put a lot of information in the chat, but there's also a new film called The Plastic Detox, and it is about how plastics are cutting into fertility.
Oh, wow.
Very, very scary stuff. But
Wow.
here was the question I had for you, Anshu. So, um, I have a friend, Sherry, who worked with people in Haiti, and they have an orphanage, and in the middle of the night, they loaded all of the kids into a bus to move them out of Port-au-Prince because it is so bloody dangerous now, and they moved them out into the country. And
Hmm.
I've been mentoring two wonderful young
Do you
women.
know where they are in the country?
No, I just know they are they are far from Port-au-Prince.
Okay, good.
And I've been mentoring two beautiful young Haitian women for about
Hmm.
3 years, and they can't go back. It would be terrible.
Oh
So,
no, not to Port-au-Prince. I mean, this is what I think,
yeah.
they have to get out of Port-au-Prince. It's too crazy in there.
So
It's too
does the political
unpredictable.
yeah, does the political climate affect your work at all? Was the question.
No, so we're not in Port-au-Prince. We're far away from Port-au-Prince. It doesn't affect us as far as safety, but what affects us is the economy.
Mm.
Port-au-Prince is the capital. It's the economic center. It's the political center. When the country goes in unrest, ports shut down. Something simple as gasoline doesn't come in. When I was there in December and January, the cost of gas for like a liter or so was 650 to 750
Oh,
US.
ouch.
This was even before our current problems. And so can you I'm about to head there and I'm wondering how much will it be now. So I've seen the price of rice quadruple. I mean, I'm telling you, I see so many crazy things there. I've learned a lot about us from being there, and I think you do because when you travel the world, you see how the world is viewing what's happening, or you see the different side of something, and the farmers there used to grow rice, and they tell me about 20 different variety of rice, and they no longer grow rice there pretty much. It's exported in, which is very challenging, so, you know, yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks for the questions, Judith. Anybody else have any other questions? I did notice Liz Hankey. Oh, David, go ahead.
No,
You
just
have
having been to Haiti, the northern part of Haiti, Cape Haitian, Wanamith, that area, which is very different from your area, I'm sure. But I'm aware of some of the chaos, and I know that how difficult it is for us. I've been involved in this in trying to get materials into the country. The the hands that are out for bribes, the actually the theft of materials, including solar panels and things like that. It's very, very difficult. And I'm aware that Rotary exists in Haiti. I only had some contact in Port Cape Haitian. But I'm wondering whether there's a way for us to work with a Rotary Club uh, that you have some connection with in Haiti, and that is not to cut out the programs that you've referenced, but to as Rotary does so nicely, to work with other programs. And you mentioned your Rotary Club. Is that in New York or is that in Haiti?
In New York.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, are you asking for help with some project you're working in Haiti, or are you asking how can we do it?
No, I think it's more how can we do it?
Okay.
And
Yeah, so there are a few Rotary clubs in Haiti. One
yeah,
is in Port-au-Prince, which is absolutely not accessible. And there are two which are in the southwest. One is in a town called Lake Hai. So if you know Cap Haitian, you may know Lake Hai. Cap Haitian is a city. It's the second major city after Port-au-Prince, so a little different than where we are. We are in rural areas. Um, but the one club is in Lake Hai, another one is about 2 hours away from us. These clubs in Haiti are only allowed two grants at a time, and they're filled with their own grants. So where that global grant is not a possibility through them. We are wanting to open up our own Rotary Club in the village we're in. Now we're trying to see if we can find enough paying members who can pay dues to be able to do that. And I would switch my membership and my club would not mind. I'd still be part of my club. But I could be one member, but we need enough members to have a club. So we're trying to see if that's a possibility. Of course, that won't help us in our immediate phase 1 of this outpatient clinic, but maybe in the long run of once we add a surgical area or something. But these are the that is an option. I don't know now a district grant, I don't think necessarily needs a club abroad in Haiti, but a global grant would, yeah.
So I think Elizabeth has got her hand up, and I think she can help answer this with hand wash too, with the work
Oh,
they're
I know
doing.
hand wash, yes.
You know hand wash. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I met the person, he's in Florida, right?
I don't know.
I don't know the
Elizabeth?
answer to that, but Hand Wash has put solar up in Haiti, and they would be a good resource for you to figure out how to do it locally. Also, I was thinking, and I left my contact for you, information for you. We're part of the Renewable Energy Task Force and Million Solar Panel Challenge, part of ESRAG. And I would love to help you get solar and batteries for your clinic. So
Okay.
you can get
So
reliable
I don't know
electricity.
where you left. I'm so not, but I'll put my email up.
Okay,
All right.
sounds
I
good.
feel like
And I was
tech
thinking,
and savvy.
I was thinking, you guys know better than I, but starting maybe a Rotaract club, wouldn't that be cheaper for people? You would have young people, enthusiastic people, and they're Rotary members too, just like people my age. And so that may be a slightly cheaper solution for you.
Do they have to be high schoolers or they can be
No, less than 25, I believe.
Okay.
No,
And
they
so,
don't even, Elizabeth, they've taken the top age off. They have
have
to be
they?
18, at least
Okay,
18, but they've taken that top age off. It used to be like
excellent.
18 to 35,
Yes.
but they've taken the whole top age off. I'm a Rotaractor at 68.
Oh, I'm so
So,
jealous,
yeah,
Karen.
no, you can be a Rotaractor at
Yeah.
whatever age.
It's much cheaper.
Mostly it still wants to be younger people and cheaper.
Yeah,
Cheaper.
it's a whole lot cheaper, and that's
$8
That's a
really
really great
important.
idea,
Yeah,
actually. We
yeah,
could try a Rotaractor Club. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
And how much are the dues for that a month?
I
it can be
no, I
25.
think it's like $8 a year for a Rotaract.
Oh,
It's crazy. It's just
yes.
Oh,
crazy.
that is
So it's not.
definitely.
But there may be some money involved in starting the club in the beginning.
Yeah, but
I don't know
Club
the
Runner,
answer.
I just learned that Club
And a
Runner,
Rotaractor can apply for a global grant?
they go through the Rotary Club.
They can go on district grants. I know that. I don't know the answer to the global grant.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But aren't they full?
They can though.
They're
I think
full
they have the
Rotary
same.
members.
I believe they have the same status as a Rotary Club
Yes,
at this
I
point.
think so. I
Yeah,
think David's
it's
right.
crazy. They really want to get youth in there into Rotary.
Yeah.
Najodi, do you want to let you present? Go ahead. Let me highlight you. Spotlight you. Let me spotlight Anshu again. Spotlight. There you go, you two. And Najodi has something she'd like to present. There you go.
Yeah. Excellent presentation, Anshu. And you see, I'm from Rotary Carriage, North Carolina Central Rotary Club. And you presented recently in our club. This is such an inspiring session. And I see there are many projects we can bring under the environment. Like you said, solar and other projects. So definitely with my club, we will try to see how we can collaborate. At the same time, hand wash, I know very well. And I will again try to reconnect you with them. Related to the water, they can help. Their main theme is the water, as far as I know. And your overall presentation has given a lot of this thing, to the kids. That is too inspiring. Very small, matlab like you are doing excellent work. So, in recognition of our generous contribution as a guest speaker, your contribution to as a guest speaker at the Earth Talks, a weekly global dialogue hosted by Rotary Earth Network Club, Dr. Anshu Chandra. We are really sincerely appreciating all participants over here, each and every member. Really appreciate your contribution. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Claudia, Mark, Chris, Elizabeth, everyone. And our next session is related to the Rotary District, serving together, inspiring the next generation. So that is Kathy Buck, Brianna Sherman. So we are going to have another excellent session. Same time, same day, the link will be shared. And I'm going to share this link into the chat for the registration if you want now. And this is our Skybridge project. So that is how to register, the steps given. I have already shared into the chat. Laurie also shared this. So again, I will share. And so our next presentation we will share next time. Thank you so much. And we will take some time, but definitely we are going to share the certificate with you and everything around, like, appreciation and the other participants' comments also. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you, Najodi. And thank you, Anshu.
Thank you, and
Fantastic.
thank you all for this opportunity and such a vibrant club you guys have there.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying. We're trying.
Yeah.
It's because of our volunteers and our team. It's a really positive group. We like to say positive and inspirational. We really want to network is in our name for a reason. We want to connect with people. We want partnerships. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I know we're about to close out here.
Um, oh yeah. Just
They should. You're in. Where in India are you?
Me?
No, no, no.
No, Jody?
Juti.
Pardon?
Where are you in India?
In India, I'm from South India actually, but I am living in Maharashtra state,
Okay.
near Bombay, you can
Oh,
say.
okay. All right. I guess it's inspiring for those of you who've not had the opportunity. I've been to India. I recall being in a Rotary Club in Bangalore, and they have several, but they they have done so much with eye care. I mean, incredible amounts. The clinics they've raised millions of dollars.
Wow.
Very different society than we have in Haiti. Totally different culturally at this point. Inspiring, and if you can see what they did and how many lives they've changed, and with a little more support, Anshu, and I know she may not be able to change the entire culture there, but certainly it could go partway to doing that. It takes some organization, and thank you, Anshu.
Yeah. It is amazing. A lot of times it seems like we find behavior changes and things in communities and cultures. It takes time. It takes time and time and time. But even with Anshu, with you over there training all these guys to be professionals there, that is fantastic step. That is just a fantastic step.
Yeah. And I
It's,
know what systems you're talking about in India because I've had the opportunity to go and visit those systems and how they do it. And I sort of agree with you in what you're saying. You know, like in Indian, the Indian government system is not the best, but the Indian middle class is very driven. And the other advantage you have, like for example, the LV Prasad Institute, which is one of the biggest institute, they basically it was an ophthalmologist here in the US who was Indian who went back and created the system many decades ago. And basically, a similar model as to what we're doing. The advantage they had there is they were able to get the financial support of a lot of the American Indians who are here, or the in
wow.
East, like they're able to get that financial support from people who there is a population in India that does well. And Indians abroad do well in general. So they are able to get that support and actually turn that into a reality. Now with Haiti, that's where the stark contrast comes in, where you don't have big of a population that does well and is willing to give. There is a small population in Haiti that does so well, but they all go to Miami. They're beyond disconnected from their own country, in my opinion. They're like disconnected. You know, I don't see them giving back to their community. And the Haitians that come here are just surviving. You know, so it's a very financially it's very hard to get money out of that community, unfortunately. Not because they don't want to give it. On that note, I'll say, when our staff knows we have had to do this, but sometimes I don't share all what I'm doing. So I had made the video and put it on our website, and I had shown them some version of it at some point, and they said, "Hey, my friend sent us this asking, are you working in this clinic?" And they were like, "Yes." And they're like, "I am." They didn't know I'm going out looking for support. I mean, they knew we needed this, and then he's like, "I'm going to donate $100." I said, "You're not donating $100 out of your salary." He goes, he goes, "It's my responsibility to participate in this." And I said, "How you need to participate is know your material and do a great job for those patients." But they wanted to step forward with the little money they make and say, "I would like to donate." And I wish if you can get some of the tiny wealthier population in Port-au-Prince, there's an area called um, what is it called? It's the name's going over my head. By outside of Port-au-Prince, it's a very wealthy area, and most of these people are living in Miami essentially, and they have a home in Haiti. And I don't know how they navigate the chaos, but they do. They're capable of doing it. They're able to get themselves helicopters and fly in and out of places, and then take flights. So,
Wow. Go ahead, Ken, you have a question or a comment?
Yeah, just a
Thank
question,
you.
and thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask one or
Sure.
two questions. I just bumped into your um, talks this afternoon on the social media, and I said I should join you. And I'm the district 1130 London, UK international share, and I'm so glad that managed to come on board. I've listened to the presentation, and it was great. And the question just want to ask is, apart from Haiti, do you venture into other country or continent with your project? Because I have a club in our district here that just started a campaign to get glasses to young ones in Zambia. So that tie in with the kind of work you do. So I just want to know whether you are just limited yourself to Haiti or any
um,
other part of the world. Thank you.
yeah, I mean, look, um, I have worked abroad a lot in a lot of different countries, and I've done a lot of different mobile clinics in a lot of places. But once I ventured into this creating a sustainable project, it has pretty much taken most of my energy. And I get asked a lot by my colleagues to actually one of the places they were trying to get me to go to was Cambodia. And they said, you know, economically you'll do much better there, as in like what you teach, it'll make a bigger impact in the long run. And at some point it came down that, look, I may not be able to make impact. I'm happy to guide anyone with what they're doing, maybe even come for small trips. But I feel like I have a chance with my staff there, having trained them, learn that we really can change the landscape of eye care in this country. You know, our goal is to turn our institution into a training program that once we have a new facility, we train more people, and then create satellite clinics, kind of like that India model, create satellite clinics in more remote areas and put these trained staff there. So if I start going to other countries, I'm going to stretch myself thin. I'm getting my staff ready to be able to continue this on their own, but I would have to at least get them to opening the first satellite clinic to make this a successful, show them how to do this, and then they can continue following the steps. So I wouldn't say I'm opposed to going. I'm happy to help guide anybody, maybe even come for a short trip, but I couldn't do like I couldn't give my whole to something like I'm giving right now until I'm a little bit more freed up, if that makes
Thank
sense.
you.
Yeah.
In respect of that, I still love to invite you to come to our talk to us in our district in UK.
Sure. Sure.
So yes,
Yeah,
London is
absolutely.
international based. So many Rotarians are here, and they can love to hear you say one or two things. So I'm sure I will send you an invitation maybe before the year runs out, so that you can come and speak to us in UK. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you
And I
so
mean,
much.
I'm happy to give any guidance in the program they're trying to do, and and then we'll take it from there.
I love that you're considering the solar for the building because that really will save a lot of money. We saw a fantastic program yesterday on SREG um, that Elizabeth Henke, who's on here now, put together, and Joan was in it, and Sebastian came. I remember it. Oh my gosh, it was a fantastic program about all the good that solar's doing, and it's so much. Yeah, it's definite no-brainer anymore when you're building, especially a new place with a new roof and a new, you know. So, yeah, I think that's going to be great. Anybody else? There's a lot in the chat. I don't know if you want to save the chat on Shua. We always can get it for you. I don't remember if we don't send that out, Lori, with our regular, but we can always get the chat for you. But there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Anshu. That's right.
I can quickly send you a PDF of this presentation.
Okay.
And so if anyone wants to contact me, they can email me.
And we're going to be sending you kind of yes. Go ahead, Lori. Tell her what we'll be sending her. Tell her what she gets. No. And you win. No.
And you win. So you have to understand that like half of our club members and another half of our associate members are unable to make these meetings because they work, they go to school, they live. My daughter lives in Japan. They can't make the meetings. And so every week, along with our invitations, we send out a link to your presentation as the YouTube. Oh, and the project teaser
Yeah,
as
we're going to send out the project
as a
teasers. Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
in the form of a podcast and a blog, so that all of those people who are busy doing good in the world, when they're jogging, when they're driving, whatever, they can turn on the podcast. Maybe if they like to read, they could read the blog, they can watch the YouTube, so that they're still connected to you. They're still inspired. They can come back to you. So, I'll send you the blog that we put together so you can correct it.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah.
all of the rest of us have these resources, which you'll find on our Earth.
Yeah,
Our
I was just about to.
our club website is where you find the upcoming meetings, and our foundation is where we keep all the resources. So, the Earth Talks Foundation. So, we will be sending that to you and to
Awesome.
everyone
Great.
else who's here too, because this is not just the presenter, this is all of us coming together. And making that connection between Ken. I mean, yeah, making all the connections here. That's what it's
Yes,
about.
it is. I wanted to say real quick hi before I know we're running really late. Oh, and Jody has something. I just wanted to recognize there's other people here.
Yeah, I just want to
Anise,
mention one thing that me and Claudia from the same club of innovation. So Biffy is our club member who is really working for the school children, and she is doing a great work from long years and having a global grant and all. So we definitely want to connect both of you because I think your all mission and vision is matching, and she's already there, so she can help you the best.
good.
And I hope you start a Rotaract club so you can get a global
Yeah,
grant.
yeah, yeah. Anissa is here. I saw our treasurer. Whoop, did she just leave? Nope, she's still there. And Anissa, we gave a talk last week. She gave a talk, a video, because she couldn't be here. She and her husband were at the environmental experience. And they gave a talk last week, and she's going to give a program eventually too on her stuff. But she's here from the club. So anyway, a shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for coming this week. And we'll see everybody next week. Anshu, thank you, thank you, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Judith,
much.
thank you, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, be well, everyone. Good week. Have a good week. We'll see you next week.